Passepartout's famous family watch, which had always kept London time, would have betrayed this fact if it had marked the days as well as the hours and the minutes. Phileas Fogg then had won the £20,000, but as he had spent nearly 19,000 on the way, the pecuniary gain was small. His object was, however, to be victorious and not to win money. He divided the £1,000 that remained between Passepartout and the unfortunate Fix, against whom he cherished no grudge. He deducted, however, from Passepartout's share the cost of the gas which had burned in his room for 1920 hours, for the sake of regularity. That evening Mr. Fogg, as tranquil and phlegmatic as ever, said to Auda, "Is our marriage still agreeable to you?" "Mr. Fogg," replied she, "it is for me to ask that question. You were ruined, but now you are rich again. Pardon me, madam, my fortune belongs to you. If you had not suggested our marriage, my servant would not have gone to the Reverend Samuel Wilson's. I should not have been apprised of my error, and—" "Dear Mr. Fogg," said the young woman. "Dear Auda," replied Phileas Fogg, "it need not to be said that the marriage took place 48 hours after, and that Passepartout, glowing and dazzling, gave the bride away. Had he not saved her, and was he not entitled to this honour?" The next day, as soon as it was light, Passepartout rapped vigorously at his master's door. Mr. Fogg opened it and asked, "What is the matter, Passepartout?" "What is it, sir? Why, I have just this instant found out." "What?" "That we might have made the tour of the world in only 78 days." "No doubt," returned Mr. Fogg, "by not crossing India. But if I had not crossed India, I should not have saved Auda. She would not have been my wife, and—" Mr. Fogg quietly shut the door. Phileas Fogg had won his wager, and had made his journey around the world in 80 days. To do this, he had employed every means of conveyance: steamers, railways, carriages, yachts, trading vessels, sledges, elephants. The eccentric gentleman had throughout displayed all his marvellous qualities of coolness and exactitude. But what then? What had he really gained by all this trouble? What had he brought back from this long and weary journey? Nothing, say you? Perhaps so. Nothing but a charming woman, who, strange as it may appear, made him the happiest of men. Truly, would you not, for less than that, make the tour around the world? I think that a moral value that can learn from this novel actually, by Jules Verne, is courage. It is courageous of Phileas Fogg to accept the wager to travel around the world in just 80 days, and it is courage that helps him win it. Now we are going to see the meaning of the difficult word used in the novel. Number 1. Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck stands for extremely surprised and shocked. Heinous. Heinous means very wicked. Errand. A short journey to take a message, buy or deliver goods. Portico. A roof supported by columns, especially one forming an entrance to a large building. Fatal. Causing or ending in death. Apparent. Clearly seen or understood. Obvious. Resigned. Having or showing acceptance of something unpleasant. Betrayal. An act in the way that is not worthy of the trust. Be devoured by. Here it means be destroyed by. Cherish. Love and protect with care. Knave. A dishonest man. Precision means accuracy. Parbleu, French expression meaning by God. Domicile, a person's place of residence. Tranquility, peace. Blundering, a stupid or careless mistake. Traversed, in mountain climbing. Walked across a steep, climbing up or down. Expedient, a means of achieving an aim which may not be fair. Imperturbable, not easily troubled or worried, calm. Remorse, deep regret for having done something wrong. Irretrievable, something that cannot be put right. Pensive, means thinking deeply about something. Uninhabited means with no people living there. Ruefully means regretting something because it has bad results. Unwanted means not usual or expected, unusual. Rectitude means morally correct behavior and attitude, righteous. Penetrated means to be understood or realized by something entered one's consciousness or emotions. Radiant, shining or glowing brightly. Zenith means the point in the sky directly above the observer. Transpired means to become known. At a premium means above a normal or usual value. Fastidious. Fastidious means selecting carefully, choosing only what is good. Meridian. Any imaginary circle around the earth that passes through both the north and the south poles. Pecuniary, of or involving money. Grudge, a feeling of intense dislike, ill will, envy or resentment. Phlegmatic, not easily made angry or upset.